It's been a long season. It's November. It's Thanksgiving week. Oh, yeah. We got a victory.
I did save Derek a little bit.
And you tell him one thing. Just win, baby.
It's about damn time we win a game, man. It has been 3 long weeks of losing, but the Raiders finally get a W, and they finally give the Raider fans at least something to cheer for. I know that the season has not went the way we all expected it to, but it feels great to finally get a W, especially against an AFC West rival. Now, I know it's the Denver Broncos, and we really haven't struggled against this team a lot, but you know, a win is a win.
Raidernation, let's ride!
At the end of the day, our offense finally came through and was able to put this game away. Derek Carr was able to finally put this game away, man. This whole team, even though we struggled a bit here and there throughout the game, we still found a way to come through and finish this game with a huge ass W, and I'm so excited as a Raider fan. Honestly, I don't know what I would have done if we were to lose yet another game. I mean, especially to a team that we all know we could beat. I know that this is only our 3rd game that we won this season, but you know, looking on the bright side, it's great to see that our team finally won a game on the road this season. We are now 1-5 and overall 3-7 in the NFL. We still got a lot more games to go, so hopefully this team can tread upwards and win a couple more games, and maybe we could make a run. Who knows? My expectations for this team is still low right now because we almost gave this game away. Now, getting into the game, you know, we know that our Las Vegas Raiders were coming into Mile High at 2-7, really just trying to find a way to win games because there's been so many games that we've lost these past couple of weeks that we could have easily won, but we didn't. So with the expectations riding a little bit low right now on this team, you know, we start off this game not really doing much. The offense couldn't really get anything going. Our defense was all right for the most part. The Denver Broncos went up early in this game. Latavius Murray got his first touchdown against his former team, which is kind of crazy because, you know, Latavius Murray was, I believe, Derek Carr's first running back when he came into the league. So the Denver Broncos went up early in this game 7-0. And just when you thought our offense was going to drive down the field and, you know, at least tie the ball game up, we get stopped. So we got to call out Daniel Carlson, who is basically automatic within 50 yards. And in my head, I thought he was just going to go out there and just kick an easy field goal and just put 3 on the board. But this dude actually missed. And at that moment, I was like, yo, what the frick is going on, man?
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
I was like, man, I swear, if we lose by 3 points in this game or within 3 points of this game, I'm gonna be pissed. But at least our defense did not give up another touchdown. Russell Wilson in today's game, I don't know what it was, and I know how bad Russell Wilson has been looking this year. It's just crazy to see that this guy actually balled out against us, and it just seemed like he couldn't do anything wrong out there. Whenever we had pressure on this guy early on in the game, he was able to throw the ball away and get some kind of chunk yard plays. But with that said, our defense was able to hold up the Denver Broncos to only a field goal, putting them up 10-0. Now, Derek Carr is somebody that I do want to talk about in this game. I got to give a lot of respect to Derek Carr in this game. This dude really balled out today. He came up on some big plays. I know he was imperfect out there. I know he had some plays that he could have definitely had back, at least if he threw the ball right. But he finds DAVANTE Adams on a huge 31-yard touchdown play, which put 7 on the board for the Raiders right before halftime. But with a minute and some change left on the clock, our defense was getting burnt out there. The Broncos were able to drive down the field, and it just seemed like they were going to score. But Max Crosby was able to force a fumble on Melvin Gordon. I know that the Denver Broncos recovered on that play, but the fact that we pushed them back and did not let them convert a first down within goal line range was a huge move. We forced them to kick a field goal, and Max Crosby comes out again and blocks the field goal. This dude, Max Crosby, was all over the field in this game, and that was a huge play because the Broncos weren't able to cash in on any points before the half because we knew they were going to get the ball right back after halftime. Coming out of the half, our defense does their job, and they're able to stop the Broncos getting the ball back, and we were able to drive down the field, and Carlson finally hit a field goal to tie the ball game up 10 apiece. Now, I know I kind of touched on the defense a little bit in the first half because they were getting torched out there, especially Sam Webb. Sam Webb, even though he had a great game last week, he did not keep that same energy coming into this game. But somebody that did keep that same energy and balled out in this game was none other than the Condor Mad Max Crosby. Yeah, I did talk about him forcing a fumble and also blocking a field goal, but this dude had 2 sacks in this game, 2 huge sacks in this game. I don't know what it is between him and Josh Jacobs, but those 2 guys, when they play the Denver Broncos, they just turn into another player out there. It's crazy. Now, since we're talking about edge rushers, let's talk about Max Crosby's compadre on the other side and Chandler Jones. I was like, man, this guy cannot get a sack to save his own life. You know, in this game, he almost came away with the sack on Russell Wilson. He missed him, and then Tyler Hall came out of nowhere, cleaned it up, and he got his first sack of the season before Chandler Jones. And I was sitting there, I was like, man, this dude cannot catch a break. Getting back to Daniel Carlson, though, I want to give him a huge shout out because he kicked his career high 57-yard field goal in this game, helping the Raiders. I mean, I felt like he was one of the MVPs to this game because this dude was out there most of the time scoring points. But with that career field goal, he was able to tie the ball game up 13 apiece. Now, the Denver Broncos will come right back and kick a field goal to put them up 16-13. And the Raiders, I don't know what the offense was doing out there, but we weren't able to get anything going. So it had to come down to our defense yet again. And we've been doing this throughout the whole season so many different times. And I was like, man, if this defense cannot stop them, then I don't know what I'm going to do. But as usual, the Raiders defense was able to come through and make a huge stop on the Denver Broncos, giving us a chance to drive down the field to at least tie the ball game up or even win the game. And this is where the Raiders failed to win most of their games this season, is in crunch time. Like I said in my last video, you know, Derek Carr has been known for winning games in crunch time, putting games away, and this year has just not been that year. And I was like, you know what, we're gonna go through this again. We're not gonna convert on anything. We're not gonna get the field goal to at least tie the ball game up. We're not even gonna get a touchdown. We're just gonna lose this game. But what does Derek Carr do? He shuts me up, and I know he shuts a lot of haters up, and he was able to drive down the field, made a lot of huge plays, a lot of huge throws. There was a lot of huge catches as well, and we were in field goal range. Obviously, we didn't get a touchdown, but we were able to kick the field goal to go into overtime. Now, once overtime started and AJ Cole won the coin toss, this game was basically over. Derek Carr was throwing slingers out there. This dude hit Foster Moreau for a huge 33-yard play down the field. And then DC called game, throwing a huge 35-yard touchdown to Davante Adams to end the game. And it was over. Davante Adams stepped up in this game with no Darren Waller, with no Hunter Renfrow, and even without Mac Hollins out there. I mean, Mac Hollins was really dropping a lot of balls here and there. There was a lot of miscommunication going on. But at the end of the day, you know, Davante Adams, Derek Carr, they really did a great job connecting in today's game. And they were the main reason why we won today's game. It just feels really good to see that this team did not give up at the end of the game, because we could have easily gave up. We could have easily lost this game, but we did not. We fought all the way up into the end. And with all the adversity that we've went through these past couple of weeks, we still found a way to go out there and win. Can we keep the same energy moving forward? Who knows? But at the end of the day, we won today, so we should be happy about it. One thing that I took away from, Jack Del Rio was enjoy all the wins. Or is that John Gruden? Shit, I forgot. But at the end of the day, we just won, baby. And I'll take it. I'll take any kind of win we can get. Is this going to be our Super Bowl season? I don't know. Now, I do want to give some game balls away to some players that really showed out in today's game. And the first guy that I do got to give a huge shout out to, again, is our quarterback, Derek Carr. Through all the adversity, like I said before, through all the emotions that this dude has been going through, and even throughout all the criticism that a lot of people has given him, especially me. And I'll tell you right now, Derek Carr really stepped up in today's game, and I got to give him his flowers out there. He made plays here and there. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't perfect, that's for sure. He missed a lot of throws, a lot of players here and there, but at the end of the day, he came through and he put this team on his back and drove down the field on multiple drives to help keep this team in the game and eventually win the game. He went 23 for 37 today for 307 yards, averaging 8.3 yards per throw, and added 2 touchdowns to this game. And one thing that really surprised me today was the fact that we didn't have Colton Miller out there, but our offensive line did a solid job for the most part. And Derek Carr was able to move around in the pocket. He was able to find his receivers out there. Even though, the pocket was collapsing here and there, he was able to get the ball out of his hands. Derek Carr only got sacked 1 time in this game, and that's a recipe for success. Now, another player I do got to give a lot of huge props to is our star wide receiver, Davante Adams. Now, Davante coming into this game, we did not know whether or not he was going to play in this game, But obviously, we seen that this dude played in this game. Now, in the first half, DAVANTE really showed out in this game. Had a lot of huge catches, even had a touchdown. And I believe he had almost, 100 yards in this game, I believe so. And in the second half, just like the last couple of weeks, he really fell off and didn't really have that many receptions, and I thought this was going to be a repeat like the last week and the week before that. But when push came to shove and we needed some big plays, DAVANTE came through, and you could definitely see the emotions that he had in this game. I mean, he got flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct out there because he was just pissed off at the referees because they were not throwing any flags for my guy out there. And at the end of the game, this dude talked his shit. When he had that walk-off touchdown, this dude was just saying bye to the rest of the crowd out there, man. He let Broncos country know y'all could take your ass right back home, man. And that's the type of energy I love to see. Davante Adams had 7 receptions for 141 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. That definitely is the elite wide receiver that we all know and love and want to see more of for the rest of the season. And last but not least, on the offensive side of the ball, Josh Jacobs, man. This dude had 24 carries in this game for 109 yards. No touchdowns, but he was definitely a force to be reckoned with out there on the football field. Now, moving on to the defensive side of the ball, like I said, the one and only guy out there that I always see putting in that effort, looking like a dog out there, is Mad Max Crosby. This dude was all over the field, setting the tone, you know, getting to Russell Wilson, making some big plays, being that momentum shifter that we need to put the ball back into our offense's hands. Max Crosby was that guy. He has 6 tackles in this game, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, and 3 quarterback hits. Overall, with that said, Raider Nation, how are you guys feeling about this game? Do you guys feel like this team could turn it around, or do you guys still feel like we have a lot to figure out moving forward? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, if this is the very first time you come across my channel, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next video, this is your boy Small Raider and your boys. Yeah.
Started off in Oakland, now we here. Thought that we was done, we just hit another gear. Look, started off in Oakland, now we here. Hey, pull up with the nation in the silver black gear. Look, 4 games straight, we in the playoff. Shout out to the Chargers fans, y'all enjoy the layoff.